Welcome, history buffs. Today, we dive into the gripping era of the Napoleonic Wars, beginning with the War of the First Coalition, fought between 1792 and 1797. In this video, we'll explore the war's origins, delve into the strategies employed by both sides, and highlight the key moments and figures that shaped this turbulent chapter in European history. First part. Background of the War of the First Coalition. The French Revolution of 1789 sent shockwaves throughout Europe, toppling centuries of monarchical tradition. The rise of revolutionary France was seen as a direct threat by Europe's established monarchies, especially Austria and Prussia, who feared the spread of revolutionary ideals. These powers, along with Great Britain, Spain, and others, formed the First Coalition to contain France and restore the Bourbon monarchy. France, however, had no intention of retreating. Revolutionary leaders sought to defend their new republic while spreading the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity across Europe. This ideological clash became the foundation of the War of the First Coalition. France, determined to defend its republic and spread revolutionary ideals, declared war on Austria in April 1792. Despite early setbacks, the victory at the Battle of Valmy in September 1792, led by generals 𝗪𝗿 and Kellerman, marked a turning point by repelling Prussian and Austrian forces. This victory gave the revolutionaries the confidence to abolish the monarchy and declare a republic, further intensifying the ideological divide between France and the monarchies of Europe. But how did France, a nation emerging from internal upheaval, manage to hold its own against some of Europe's most powerful nations? What innovative strategies and bold leadership enabled them to turn the tide of war? We will answer the question in a few seconds. If you watch this video until the end, we'll tell you something about the First Coalition War you might not know. Second part. Strategies employed by France and the coalition. France revolutionized warfare during this period. One of their most impactful policies was the introduction of the Levée en masse in 1793, a mass conscription law that mobilized hundreds of thousands of citizens for military service. By 1794, France had raised an army of nearly 1.2 million soldiers, making it one of the largest forces Europe had ever seen. These citizen soldiers were driven by a sense of purpose and revolutionary fervor, which gave them an edge in morale and resilience. The French military also reorganized its forces into divisions that could operate independently, yet coordinate effectively, allowing for faster, more flexible movements on the battlefield. Another key innovation was their use of mobile artillery, pioneered by officers like Jean-Baptiste Quibeauval. French artillery became lighter and more maneuverable, enabling it to be repositioned quickly during battles, giving them a critical advantage in firepower. Leadership also played a pivotal role. France's army was led by a new generation of dynamic and ambitious generals, including the young Napoleon Bonaparte. His brilliant strategies during the Italian campaign of 1796 to 1797 demonstrated how aggressive offensives and strategic risks could destabilize coalition forces. In one campaign alone, Napoleon's army of just 40,000 troops defeated Austrian forces that numbered over 60,000, forcing Austria to sue for peace in 1797. Challenges of the coalition. In contrast, the First Coalition struggled with disunity and conflicting priorities. The alliance was more of a loose confederation than a cohesive force. Each member pursued its own goals. Prussia focused on territorial gains in Poland, while Britain concentrated on naval dominance and colonial interests. This lack of coordination often resulted in fragmented strategies that were easily exploited by the French. Key battles and numbers. The War of the First Coalition saw notable battles like Valmy and Jemappes in 1792, highlighting France's growing strength. Key victories at Wissembourg and Fleurus secured French control over vital territories. By war's end, France had defended its revolution, expanded into Belgium and Italy, and forced Austria into the humiliating Treaty of Campo Formio in 1797. Here's something you might not know. During the War of the First Coalition, France faced not only external enemies, but also internal turmoil. The Reign of Terror, 1793 to 1794, saw over 16,000 executions, including key figures like Danton and Robespierre. Despite this chaos, the French army expanded its influence and achieved victories, with many soldiers as young as 16 showing remarkable bravery. Balancing external battles with internal purges made France's success extraordinary. This war marked a pivotal moment in the Napoleonic Wars, proving revolutionary France's resilience and paving the way for Napoleon's rise as a legendary military leader. Thank you for joining us on this journey into history. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next episode on the War of the Second Coalition. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What aspect of this war do you find most fascinating? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, history buffs, stay curious.